Hello, this is John with Anthem Business Solutions, and today we're going to go over how to set up the multi-factor authentication. I'm on the admin portal, which is hrpos.heartland.us, and if you've ever been to this page before, you'll notice it looks a little different now. So before, you would just enter in an email and password here and log straight into the admin portal. Now we've got a few extra steps. Now Heartland is including this multi-factor authentication because it's an extra form of security, so this is a good thing. Because now if somebody does get a hold of your password, they can't just log in to your account. They have to have the second form of authentication. So to continue, we're going to hit the continue to log in button here. Okay, and then once you're on this page, you just put in your email address and your password and hit the login button. Now here on this page, you should see a verify your code. So it sends a code to your email, so you need to go to your email and get that code. It looks something like this here. I'm going to take this. I'm going to see if it'll copy and paste in there. I'm not sure if it will or not. It does. Okay, so copy and paste and click on verify. Going to think for a second, and then there we go. That's kind of how the email authentication is going to work, which it defaults you to that email authentication one. So if you want to stay on the email one, that's how that would work. If you want to use a phone, it would send a text message to you. So it would send that code in a text message. Now the third way is to use an authenticator app, which is what I prefer and what I'm going to use. Now this is just explaining the added benefits to the multi-factor authentication. So you can pause and read that if you want. We're going to click on Get Started. So again, here's the three options. I'm going to choose the Authenticator app for this one. Alright, the reason why I like the Authenticator app is because it generates a code a little faster. I could believe the email one just times out after like 5 minutes. I'm not sure about the text message one offhand, but the Authenticator app, the password or the temporary code only stays on there for I think like 15-20 seconds. It's pretty quick. I'm going to choose the Authenticator app one and hit the continue button down here. Now to do the Authenticator app, there's 3 steps to it. The first one is to download the app. The second one is to input this key, or you can scan this code, and then it will give you a temporary code to put in to verify it. So as far as the apps go, I haven't personally used Authy, but it's available for desktop and mobile. I haven't personally used the Microsoft Authenticator, but it's available for mobile. I have personally used the Google Authenticator. I'm sure either one of these is just fine. So it's just whichever one you prefer. So I'll be doing the Google Authenticator one. And so let's go ahead and download that now. Okay, so I went to the App Store on an iPhone and just downloaded the Google Authenticator app. So I just typed it in, downloaded it, and I'm going to open it. And it will ask you to sign in with an email. So once you put in your email, you're going to see this screen here. You can either add a code by pressing on the plus box down at the bottom right, or if it's your first time, it looks like you can add a code there in the middle. I'm just going to add a code, and then it gives you an option to either scan a QR code or enter a key setup. So that was the second step on that last page. So I'm going to actually just scan the QR code. And we're going to scan it here, and now it gives us a temporary code. Now if you notice there on the right, it's got like a little timer that's ticking down. So that as soon as that completes that circle and that circle is gone, it resets the password or resets the little code it gives you there and gives you a new 6-digit code. And it just keeps doing that over and over and over again. So now for step 3, we have to verify the code. So we basically have to put whatever 6-digit code is on here onto the admin portal site now and able to log in. So you have to kind of time this just right. So obviously if the circle is about to run out, you don't want to try putting in the 6-digit code because you may not have enough time before it runs out and changes codes again. So you kind of wait until the circle is new again and that timer just started over, and then put the code in. That way you give yourself enough time to input it and continue. Okay, so now we're back here on the website and we need to put the code in. So I'm going to go ahead and type in the 6-digit code that the Authenticator app is giving me, and we're going to hit verify down here at the bottom right. And there, so that verified the Authenticator app code. So now we have to create a new password and able to get in. Once you put in your password, it'll have you meet some criteria that you have to meet first and able to proceed. So make sure you're seeing what criteria you have to meet here, and then once you got that inputted, you just hit the continue button. And then it should take you straight to the admin portal at this point. There we go. Now we're on the admin portal, and now you're logged in. Now that we got the authenticator set up, now let's see what it looks like from start to finish. From now on, when you log in, you're going to click on the continue to log in button here, and you're going to have the email address and password. Hit the login button. So now it's going to ask for the 6-digit code, so you put that in. Do notice here that it says don't ask me again for 45 days. You can do that if you don't want it to ask you this every time. I think the only thing they recommend is if you're sharing a computer with somebody that also logs into the admin portal with their own credentials, they suggest you don't do this. My timer ran out, so I'm going to type it in again here and hit verify. And there we go. We're in now. And looks like that'll be the norm moving forward. So, all right, well, I hope this video helped. That's all I got for this one. Thanks for watching. Want to stay up to date on the latest tips and tricks? Don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon.